how did this happen? It started falling apart. It started kind of imploding from the inside out.
JLo and Ben Affleck are once again the headlines for their rocky relationship, and Affleck has finally addressed all the rumors this time. He has revealed very intimate details about his marriage and the narcissistic behavior of JLo, and here's all you need to know about it. So Ben Affleck and JLo have been pretty solid for 2 years now, but their relationship is one for the books. They started dating in the 2000s. After JLo broke up with Diddy, things got really serious really fast. They even got engaged and were planning a wedding which was called off only days before JLo was supposed to walk down the aisle. They broke up after this and rekindled their long-lost romance in 2022. The news of their affair sent the entire media in a frenzy because Bennifer was back together, and it was the biggest news of the year. Things were going pretty smooth, and JLo and Ben were even spotted doing some major PDA everywhere. However, things started going wrong when people pointed out that Ben Affleck hasn't been spotted with JLo for over a month. He wasn't even accompanying JLo on the Met Gala, which is the biggest event for any celebrity couple. And JLo was even a co-chair at the Met, so Ben Affleck was bound to be invited, but he decided not to attend. That seemed a little sus, and people started digging deeper. The speculations got so bad that Ben's reps had to clarify that he was shooting for The Accountant 2 in LA, which is why he skipped Met Gala. But the fans didn't buy it. Most recently, JLo is all set to go on her first ever North American tour, which is a really big deal for her. And reports are, Ben Affleck isn't gonna be at this tour either.
That Ben Affleck was temporarily insane when he wed Jennifer Lopez and is now pushing for a divorce after a 2-year fever dream marriage.
Well, we don't have to say the words because you could clearly see that there's some major trouble in paradise. Shortly after, both Ben and JLo were spotted together, and the first thing people noticed were the wedding rings. They were both wearing the rings. However, insiders have reported that they're not really living together. And after they were spotted together, a source reached out to Entertainment Tonight and revealed that Ben and JLo aren't always on the same page, and they also have their ups and downs like any couple. This random confession added fuel to the fire and confirmed that there's something wrong between the two.
It was so painful after
we
broke up.
Because it didn't work out.
Yeah, once we called off that wedding 20 years ago, it was the biggest heartbreak of my life. And I honestly felt like I was gonna die.
The source also claimed that JLo and Ben have had phases where things have been pretty bad between the two. The source also revealed another shocking detail that no one noticed. It talked about the personalities of both the stars. It said that the two have very different personalities and they're not really getting enough time together, which is causing issues in their relationship.
The pressures from the outside world, plus what was going on within our relationship, which is personal and private, it was starting to come apart at the seams, and even though we were trying to hold it together, it was slipping through our fingers.
After this insider tip, the media was all over the matter, and people started pointing out how JLo is really dominant and how she broke up with Ben Affleck in the past too. And amid all this chaos, ET released another insider tip that suggested that Ben and Jennifer Lopez are taking some time off and figuring things out on their own.
Ben Affleck has reportedly blocked Jenny. There are reports all over the place now that he has already moved out of their house.
This basically means that they're separated for now and can rekindle if all goes well. Or, in Ross language, they're on a break. The source also confirmed that the two indeed are living in separate homes and are taking some time off. And while all this was still happening, JLo went on and did something absolutely unexpected, and it has since turned into a huge scandal.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are married. Do you think that this marriage is going to last? I know it when I see it. Something's off. It doesn't appear that this is going to gel because they're each individuals with their own baggage.
So Jennifer Lopez liked a post on Instagram that talked about marital problems and how hard it is to be in a relationship with someone who's disconnected from themselves. People believe that JLo is hinting us that things aren't going great between her and Ben, and she might call it quits pretty soon. And this isn't the first time that JLo's take on their relationship has caused trouble between the couple. Even in 2011, Ben Affleck said that he had advised JLo to stop sharing their relationship on social media. Ben is a very private person and didn't like the fact that his life was being discussed on TV. Ben Affleck also revealed in 2011 that he's very different from JLo and that their different approaches make things difficult, but they're learning to compromise. Ben has always been very clear about wanting to keep things private, while JLo is a bit of a social butterfly. In fact, she once invited her musician friends to come over and read the love letters that Ben wrote to her. This was a little uncomfortable for Ben, and he reportedly felt like his privacy was being invaded, but he was happy to compromise for JLo. The fans also pointed out that JLo was deliberately being weird, despite knowing that they broke up in the 2000s because Ben had privacy concerns and he didn't want to publicize his wedding. Bennifer hired a body double for the wedding, so no one could see how she looks, which sounded very problematic to Ben, and he got tired of trying to fit in with the media frenzy, but he eventually gave up.
He didn't leave me at the altar, but a few days before the wedding, we did call it off.
And it seems like Ben might be giving up once again because a source recently said, "The writing is on the wall. It's over." They're headed for a divorce, and for once, Ben is not to blame. That's not the end of the story because Bennifer also canceled her much-anticipated tour, and fans believe that it's because of her divorce with Ben Affleck that she's taking some time off and trying to move on. People are also speculating that JLo is having a hard time after the Diddy lawsuit because she was one of the closest people to Diddy in the 2000s, and a lot of cases have opened against Diddy since then. Most recently, Lil Rod has said that in the Ninnity's shooting, Diddy was definitely involved, and he has tapes that prove it. JLo was with Diddy during that shooting, and according to insiders, the feds could be reaching out to her anytime now. So Ben might not want to get wrapped up in JLo's mess. He takes his reputation very seriously, and he knows that the feds could practically destroy him. So he could be trying to distance himself from JLo. People also think that Ben allegedly advised JLo to come clean and snitch on Diddy so the feds can't harm them or their family, but JLo refused, which has since caused problems in their relationship.
Take my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block. That crazy little girl who used to be wild and no limits, all dreams and
Although there's no official news of the divorce, people believe that the couple isn't together and have called it quits. It's also being said that both JLo and Ben are trying to make things work, which is why they're reportedly getting therapy. However, one thing is pretty clear that Ben is not to blame this time, as JLo is the one causing issues and being difficult. Do you think their relationship will once again fall apart, or they'll be able to make things work like they always do? Don't forget to drop a comment and let us know. And while you're at it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get the latest celebrity news and gossip. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thanks for watching.